It's really because I've discovered that, and I just want everyone to know, I know this is not a PG-13 show, but this top does open on its own, so give me a hey. When the girls are released, I'm so glad I'm wearing my next one. Yeah, true. So I've just realized that I get very anxious when I come back on stage, and because I've realized I'm not funny on stage, I'm funny in life. So I'll tell you a story. I just turned 40. Last February. So in that time,
Last February.
I put myself on this agenda to do all the things that you do at 40, which I still have no complete idea. But time was running out as we were doing months in my birthday. And I really needed to get A, B, C, D, E, whatever, all of it done. So I just went to Western Sierra because they'll take my insurance, apparently. And I went up to the front lady who was not going to be amused with the kind of humor that I was going to give them. And this is what happens when I'm left alone, on my own in the world. And so I look at her and I said, all right, look, just talk to me as if I've never had a doctor before, but not like a child. Go. And she's like, what are you doing here? I was like, oh, I'm sorry. I just turned 40. And she was just as not amused as you. And so I said, well, I just turned 40, so I'm just trying to do all the 40 things. Like I'm supposed to get a titty smash, and I'm supposed to get a harpoon because I am now recently single. And I know, she's like, harpoon. I was like, oh, it's the IUD thing, or is it IID? I don't know, I always get those mixed up since DUI school.
Oh, there you go.
IUD. I owe you. I said to my universe. So since I'm single again, there was a potential, and the new comedy that I was writing, and forgive me for my tangents, but the new comedy I was writing was about erectile dysfunction, but since we're all drinking tonight, I figure I would just tell you the pre-story that got me to those comedies that you'll see later in life. So, I was at Western Sierra telling this story to the very nonplussed lady at the front, and then she said, well, you can make this appointment, and we'll just start getting you a gyno. And I'm like a gyro? And she's like a gynecologist. I really don't know doctors or anything. I never went. My mom's a nurse. She said, there's Tylenol, there's ibuprofen, there's iodine. If you're bleeding out your eyes, we go to the doctor. If not, there's a Band-Aid. That's all it takes. And so I'm at Western Sierra, and I'm there, and I'm really nervous, so I'm very funny. And so I go up to the doctor or my primary care, and then she's there, and then I'm going to match 2 appointments together into one because it will be funnier. And, so I'm there, and the lady's there, and she's like, oh, well, we are training today. And I was like, oh, are we? And it's great. And she's like, would you mind if we had a few students? Sure, I don't mind. So I'm there straddling, as you do at any age as a woman. Too much? And so I'm there, straddled, and then in comes a barrage of ladies. I thought they were all wearing white caps, but I think I was hallucinating. And they're standing around me in a U circle, and I'm sitting there straddling with my all my lady parts out. And the doctor is there, and she's sitting there, all really pretty and proper, looking just a little wider. A little wider. Don't tense up. And I'm like, okay, 20 women around here. And when I say harpoon, I'm like, oh yeah, I already did say that. So I'm sitting there, and all the ladies, and then there's one nurse that she's like, don't worry, and she's touching me here. But it felt like here. And I was like, because I'm okay with that too. So I was just like, inching her a little bit. And this is all true. This is all true. This happened like 3 weeks ago. And so she's, I think she's flirting with me, and I'm okay with it. And then everyone, it just seems like we're all holding hands. And then the doctor goes down, and she's asking me to go wider. And then she's looking in, and she's like, I can tell that you have never had a baby. And I went, I'm just joking, that was a plan. And they all froze, because I just acted like I was crying. And then she's like, well, I just can tell because it's just that your cervix is just so tiny. I was like, to the girl right here. So my beautiful tiny cervix, she's like, do you mind if everyone has a view? One by one. And then the girl right here. Well, she was right here. Was it? I don't know. It was a big room. She's just like, that's good. I wish he said that. So I'm still kind of shocked and everything. I'm still very nervous because I have had an IUD before, way back when I was fucking everyone. And so I'm like, I'm 40, I'm having one. I was like, do you think I really need one? Because I mean, isn't supposed to just slop out anyway, anytime soon. But what I realized is, as I was turning 40, and I was like, yeah, I made it. I don't have to, no protection, nothing. I'm going into menopause. No more fucking babies. But I mean, I'm not fucking babies. I'm fucking people to have babies. Fuck them. So I was worried and I was just nervous, and then we're all there, and then they're like, all right, we're inserting, which I've never had anyone say it so gentle to my face. So she goes in, and then I'm like, oh yeah. And then everyone's in there just holding hands. I wish we could hold hands. And I'm just like, yes, please. Okay, I'm funny. I'm cool. This is fine. And then they're all of a sudden they're like, okay, it's gonna be like a pinch. It's probably gonna take a deep breath. And I'm like, and then I feel all the other girls around. They're like, and then I'm like, and they're like, and I'm like, wait, no, that's midsummer.
No.
It felt the same, and then bam, they hit me, and then I did start crying. I started bawling. I'm like, I know, I'm just a big baby. I really thought I could take it. Like you said, I just said small cervix. And then we were finishing up, all of us, and then they all left the room. Nice little march. Wipe the pieces. Check myself. Oh yeah. I didn't hear a hey. So and then I got ready to get up from the dress and leave, and then the girl that was here, she kind of did so and I feel like she was trying to like how do we exchange info, and then I'm walking slow and I'm just trying to get her attention, and then said maybe on my checkup for my screen check.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm funny in life. I'm trying to get back into stand-up comedy. Thank you very much for having me, everyone. My name is Audrey Delgado. Not Delta Cats, but it means skinny in Spanish.
Yeah!